the ability of the government to divert funds or of people to divert funds is very constrained because there is participation at the village level. So the moment money does not reach, the village suddenly starts to say, why has money not reached? So if you want to tackle this problem, you have to tackle it in terms of increasing political participation and awareness of people. You have to look at it in terms of being able to identify who the people actually are. And then there is as I said, state and center issue as well.
Good morning, Mr. Gandhi. This is Malika Gaur, student of management. May I ask you, sir, how does you feel about these accomplishments and what particularly drives you towards patiently persevering and transcending your vision about India into reality? Thank you.
See, my idea of leadership, I get from Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi's idea of leadership was to create leaders, to find people and take out leadership qualities in them. Okay, that's the way I see it. I don't have this view that there is, one person with a vision for the country and then he does something very dramatic. I think all of you have a vision for this country, and I think it is very important that we follow that vision. I'm just like you, another youngster. I also have a vision, I have a view. But to me, the most important thing is listening to and understanding what you are saying. That is why, even if you see this discussion, 60 to 70% of it is talking to you. 10-20% of it is telling you what I think. Because that's how I feel we will actually get a vision for this country. By coming to you and asking you. I go to a farmer sitting in a village and I realize that he actually knows more about what he does than I do. Because he's closer to what he does. There is an idea in our country that only few people have knowledge. That knowledge is something that 5 or 6 people in this universe have. Everybody has knowledge, all of you have knowledge about your world. If I come and ask you about Aligarh Muslim University, you know more than I do. Sometime back someone asked me a question in a university. And I said, listen, I might have a view on it, but your view is more important. What the students of AMU think and feel about AMU is what is relevant. As I said, you said there's a minority issue here, minority institution issue. I'm your messenger. All I'm doing is going to the Prime Minister and saying, I went to AMU, I had a room full of students, and they raised this issue, and it's important for them, so we need to listen to it. That's what I'm doing. And to me, that's what leadership is about. I go to villages, people the opposition makes fun of me that what is he doing sleeping in a poor person's house. I'm doing the same thing that I'm doing here. I'm coming to you and I'm asking you questions, I'm trying to understand what you're feeling, and I'm doing the same thing in the poor person's house. I'm going to his house, because nobody goes to his house, and saying, what do you feel? How do you see what is going on? So to me, that's what it is. It is about going to the people of this country and listening to what they say, because that's where the answers are going to come from. I'm not going to get any answers sitting in my house thinking that I have the answers to your problems. So that's how I think about it.
Myself, Umar Ghazi, a class 10 student from STS High School, Minto Circle. My question is, what are your dreams regarding New India, and what is the role of Indian Muslims in those dreams? I hope I made the question clear to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have grown up in a family, and you'll have to forgive me for this, but I have grown up in a family where caste, religion, where you come from in this country were irrelevant. To me, what I have been taught is if a person is Indian, he is exactly the same as every other Indian. So that's what I see. So when I go to a meeting and somebody says, you know, I'm from this particular caste, I listen to them because they are saying it, but for me, I actually don't see it. For me, the person is an Indian. So the question for me, people in India have different religious views, people in India have different tribal affiliations, people in India have different regional affiliations. For me, the power of this country comes from all those different views. I think there are things that you bring to the table, things that other students bring to the table that all add up to India. And I think it's very important that everybody is involved in the future of this country, regardless of who they are, where they come from, you know, how old they are, how rich they are, how poor they are. I think everybody has a place and all ideas have a place. And I'm against the notion of saying, look, these people we are not going to listen to their ideas, or we're not going to listen to their thinking. I think as a civilization, we owe it to all our people that we listen to everything they say and we take everybody together. At one level, I'm against parties like the BJP because they're bigoted. At another level, I'm against them because they fundamentally do not understand what this civilization is about. This civilization is not about leaving people out. It is about taking everybody with you. And this is something that we've been doing in India for 5,000-10,000 years. To me, our biggest strength is this diversity. I learn something new from it every single day of my life, wherever I go. And it's something that I'm very, very proud of. And it's something that I will fight for.
Assalamu alaikum, Rahul. I'm Ziad Masroor Khan from University Literary Club. First of all, a hearty welcome from the student community. Sir, the such a committee report stated the miserable condition of the Indian Muslims. So what will you do to raise the level of Indian Muslim when you become the Prime Minister of India, inshallah?
Well, this Prime Minister question is always raised. We have a very, very effective Prime Minister in Manmohan Singh ji, so I won't comment on that question. 2-3 things. First thing is the Prime Minister is already taking steps to have the Sachar Commission report implemented. There is a committee now that is working on this. Second thing, the single most important thing with regards to improvement of any community in this country is political participation of that community. And my complaint okay, let me ask you a question. How many young Muslim leaders at the national level can you name? No, tell me, how many? Name one name of a Muslim leader that everybody says, you know, this fellow is
Salman Khurshid.
How old is he?
He's around 45 years old.
Salman Khurshid ji.
I don't know his age.
You're complimenting him, but I think he's older than that. He looks 45, but he's older. Now let me tell you the point I'm making. When I ask you that question, you should have at least 20 names, right? Sorry? Omar Abdullah. Yes, Omar Abdullah is one. What I'm saying is, when I ask that question 5 years from today, you should give me 30 names. Not one. Right? Why is it that you only name one? By the way, one also whose grandfather was in politics. Great-grandfather was in politics. Like me. Huh?